Now does my project gather to a head. My charms crack not, my spirits obey, and time goes upright with his carriage. How's the day? On the 6th hour, at which time, my lord, you said our work would cease. I did say, when first I raised the tempest, say, my spirit, how fares the king and his followers? Confined together, the same fashion as you gave in charge, just as you left them all prisoners, sir. In the Lion Grove, which weather fends your cell, they cannot budge till your release. The king, his brother, and yours abide, all three distracted, and the remainder mourning over them, brimful of sorrow and dismay, but chiefly him that you termed, sir, the good old Lord Gonzalo. His tears runs down his beard like winter's drops from eaves of reeds. Your charm so strongly works him, that if you now beheld them, your affections would become render. Dost thou think so, spirit? Mine would, sir, were I human, and mine shall. Hast thou, which art but air, a touch, a feeling of their afflictions, and shall not myself, one of that kind, that relish all as sharply passion as they be kindlier moved than thou art? Though with their high wrongs I am struck to the quick, yet with my nobler reason gainst my fury do I take part. The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance, that they being penitent, the sole drift of my purpose doth extend. Not a frown further, go release them area. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves. I'll fetch them, sir. Ye elves of hills, brooks, standing lakes and groves, and ye that on the sands with printless foot do chase the ebbing Neptune, and do fly him when he comes back. You, demi puppets that by moonshine do the green sour ringlets make, whereof the yew not bites. And you whose pastime is to make midnight mushrumps that rejoice to hear the solemn curfew, by whose aid, weak masters though ye be, I have bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the mutinous winds, and twixt the green sea and azured vault set roaring war. To the dread rattling thunder have I given fire, and rifted Jove's stout oak with his own bolt. The strong based promontory have I made shake, and by the spurs plucked up this pine and cedar. Graves at my command have waked their sleepers oped, and let them forth by my so potent art. But with this rough magic I here abjure, and when I have required some heavenly music, which even now I do, to work mine end upon their senses, that this airy charm is for, I'll break my staff, bury it certain fathoms in the earth, and deeper than did ever plummet sound I'll drown my book. A solemn air and the best comforter to an unsettled fancy cure thy brains, now useless boiled within thy skull. There stand for you our spells stopped. Holy Gonzalo, honorable man, mine eyes, even sociable, to the show of thine fall fellowly drops. The charm dissolves apace, and as the morning steals upon the night, melting the darkness, so their rising senses begin to chase the ignorant fumes that made